Hello everyone. So today let us take a look at custom charts for Jira, which is an app for reporting. And I have never really used this app, but I know this company, Old Street Solutions, so I thought I'll probably take a look at their app as well. In fact, I wanted to take a look at this app long back, but for some reason, I never really did it, but today I'm doing it. So this app, as I mentioned before, is for reporting, and as always, I will try to spend some time on the marketplace listing because I believe that the marketplace listing is very important. When people are looking at your app on the marketplace, they make a decision based on what they are able to understand from this particular page. For example, here it says easy to build charts for your Jira, create beautiful custom charts, and there is a video which is good so that people who are trying to evaluate this app, they can get an idea about the capabilities. So if I scroll down further, it says here you can create some custom bar, line, pie charts, which is great. I think these are quite normal standard charts. We all love pie charts because it will give you this information, a breakup of your information. It could be status, it could be issue types, it could be number of issues resolved over the period of time using bar chart. I mean, these are really standard reports. Now, good thing about this particular app, I believe, is that there is also a dark mode, and at the same time, I can see here that there are some configuration options. So, of course, this is the marketplace listing, and it looks good. The first impression is good. I can see here that 3,736 installs. This app is also on cloud, server, and data center, and the ratings are good. So I guess I should give it a try. So I've already installed this app, by the way, on my Jira cloud instance, and I will try to use it. So let us go back to our Jira instance, and let me first show you the app listing. So if you go to your manage, you need to go to your manage your apps for managing it. But if you want to install it, you can install it from the manage app section in your Jira instance. The thing is that this app, if you're trying to evaluate, is actually free for up to 10 users. So this is wonderful because there are a lot of people, small teams, they have Jira instance with less than 10 users. So I don't really see any reason why you should not give this app a try in case you're not happy with the native reports in Jira. I mean, of course, there are other apps that I always recommend. And I guess you know the answer. I always recommend EasyBI because I have a lot of experience using EasyBI. But at the same time, it is a good app and you can do a lot of wonderful things. But custom charts for Jira is another app for reporting, and there are other apps. So today I thought I'll probably give it a try so that I can give you my unbiased opinion about this app, whether you should install it or not. So once you install the app, you can of course take a look at the app in your manage app section. But to start using the app, you need to actually go to your dashboard. And what I'll do, I'll create a new dashboard. So let us create a new dashboard. I'll name it as custom chart for Jira. And you can of course save your dashboard. So once you go back to your dashboards, let me open the dashboard, and I'll try to use the app. So this is my dashboard here, which is called as custom charts for Jira. And right now, of course, it is empty because it is a new dashboard. So we need to add a gadget, and that is what we'll do. So you need to basically search for custom charts, and you can add the gadget. And once you add the gadget, you basically will get this interface where you can configure a report. So this is of course looking good so far. And what I'll do, I'll probably maximize this so I have more space to work on. So I believe for each and every report or for each and every gadget, you can add this custom chart gadget and then configure it. So the first impression is good because there are a lot of things that are appealing to me. First of all, it looks like it is not difficult to create a report. For example, I can see here that there is a nice set of images, some kind of directions like what you can do with this app. So I have here something called as simple, beautiful, colorful charts, search for issues. So I guess people who are trying to create their very first report, I think this will be definitely useful. Then we are talking about the source and of course the chart by option. I believe you can, when you're talking about report, you basically want to report on those fields that you have in Jira. So I guess that is what chart by is doing here. And you can also see here on the right hand side, it says calculate different number fields on your charts. So some kind of, I guess, total, I believe. So we then have the option to do some further configurations, and you can then of course save your filters as well. So I believe you can also perform search from this interface. So let us see. So the first thing is that you need a source. So what you can do here is using this interface, you can, I believe, select the project. And by the way, I never really use the app. So I'm trying to give you when I say you need to click on this particular option or do this, I'm also exploring it right now. So the first thing is you need to select the project. And what I'll do, I'll probably select a couple of projects, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says here search, but can I select here? So we can see here that we have 197 issues across these 4 or 5 projects. But at the same time, you can also use your filters, and you can of course use JQL. But of course, we want to create our own report based on these projects. So I think I'm happy with the project so far. Maybe these are my software-based projects. And I believe if I click on this, it will take me to the issue navigator, which is good. So let us create a simple, maybe a pie chart, because why not? Pie chart is the most simple chart or report that we can create. And in my pie chart, I may want, I believe, a status. So status, let us select status here. And it says here loading. I like the interface. It is quite, it is not boring. I like the way these colors and the interaction is happening. So far looking good. So I like the pie chart. It is showing me these numbers, and on the right hand side, and by the way, for the pie chart, it is not just a simple pie chart. It is also showing me number of issues and also the percentage, because that is what we want, right? So if you are doing some presentation, maybe you are presenting it to your management or stakeholders, you can tell them, okay, so we have 150 issues, 76% of the issues are right now open. So this is useful, definitely useful. And we do have total here, which is of course nice. And we can also change the color. This is something that you can't really do easily in all the gadgets, but we have the option here. And I believe you can, okay, let me first change the color to something else, maybe this blue, or maybe to do, I want red, but the other red is probably, it should be green, I guess. So I can change the color. So this looks definitely useful. And you can also order, I believe you can also change their, I guess, you can do a manual custom order, but I guess I'll probably stick to big to small. But I think it is good to know that you can do these changes here. And what is this here? Hide the segment. So you can also hide the segment, which is wonderful. I like it. Good job. So what else we can do? We can also see here the legend, which is showing me total, show total of row, show total of number. And we are talking about, of course, chart by, which is definitely status. Chart description. Yeah, this is nice. Look at my wonderful pie chart. And I can change. I can do some formatting here. This is definitely useful. What else? Display options. So do you want to display cumulative total? I don't really think it makes sense in a pie chart. Display on hover. Okay, yeah, this is good. I think there are a lot of options here, a lot of configuration options, which is something that is always appreciated, because you want to configure these things. But even out of the box, the moment you create a pie chart, it looks good, and then you have further options to change these things. And there are so many options. I can see here number format, and depending on your country, you can definitely change it. And so far, it is not really. The main thing here is that it is easy to use, I guess, because you can do these things in EasyBI, but EasyBI is, of course, powerful. It is flexible, but at the same time, you need some experience. But I believe anyone can do it. This looks definitely useful to me. And there are export options as well, so wonderful. And there is a dark mode, which you can toggle here. This looks good. I guess a lot of people these days, they prefer dark mode. And there is an option here, which is wonderful. And what else? Import and export. So you can copy, I believe, for each and every. Let us see what is there. So okay, so I believe for each and every chart, you have this. I guess it looks like a JSON to me, so you can save it somewhere. And we also have some options to share. Okay, so it says share custom charts where you need them. It says you can share it within Jira, which is right now what we are doing, but you can also share it on the customer portal. That is interesting. So I believe you can share some of these reports maybe with your customers, and that is, of course, a really good thing, because there is no way to do it right now. So it looks good so far, and interesting. So you can share your custom charts with your customers. Okay, and I believe you can toggle these options somewhere. Of course, I'll today I don't really want to dive into each and everything, but I need to know. I want to know what all you can do with this. So let us save this. I think this pie chart looks good, and we have this pie chart. And what I'll do is I'll probably go back to single column, and maybe I'll add one more gadget. And let us go back to custom charts, and let me maximize this so that we have more space. And maybe I'll create one more. So shall we select the same set of projects? Okay, why not? Android, BTP, bug tracking, clone iOS, and let me click on search. Okay, so it is now showing me the same, and we can select here custom JQL or various fields. So instead of okay, we have these options here called what you want. So let me select here maybe I guess I'll select issue type. Why not? And okay, so we now have this. It is a breakup of those issue types per project, I guess. No, it is not per project. It is basically the breakup, and it is showing me on a bar chart, which can be useful, I guess. But not really, because you can do the same thing with pie chart, right? Okay, so let me take a look at these templates, because I think when people start using a new tool or a new app, for example, if you can give them something that they can straight away start using, like some kind of a template, some ready-made reports, they really appreciate. People will like using your app. If you give them the working examples that they can further modify, then that is the best thing I believe that you can do. So the good thing is that I can see here that you have a lot of templates, but you can also save your templates, or maybe your report as a template, which I believe is what this button will do. And let me select one of the template, created versus resolved past 30 days. This is like a very useful report. And what I will do is I'll select the projects. Okay, so I need to select the source again, which is fine. So let us click on the search, and Okay, this looks really nice. I like the I like the app, and it is also showing me some information when I hover my mouse, and you can group by um, date fields. So this looks good. I like it. And grouping by weeks, maybe months. Let us select months here. So we will have slightly, okay, so only the past, or maybe quarters. I want to see for the past few quarters. Can I change it here? Past 30 days, maybe past 1 year, okay, or maybe last year. Okay, so we can basically change. This is good. So let me select um, between dates, and let me select maybe the last few, or maybe starting from January 2021. Then we'll have some data to play with. And now we have, of course, various quarters. So this looks wonderful. I like it. I quite like this. And maybe this is not really past 30 days. This is probably past 1 year, right? And save. And now we have this wonderful chart. This looks good. I like it. Good job, Old Street Solutions. So this is looking good. So let me also try a couple of other things. So what else we can do here? Okay, so we have the option here, I believe, to export it to PNG. So maybe dark mode. So we have a couple of options here, no, more than a couple of options. Okay, let us export this. Can we also export the whole dashboard? Maybe, I guess, or maybe there is a way, but so far it seems like I can export. What is this floating thing? Okay, I don't know the purpose of this floating thing, but this looks good. Maybe you want to just drag it somewhere so that it is not really bothering the view. So this looks interesting. So let us export the PNG and save it, and custom chart, and so it is now okay. It has now opened the custom charts, and this looks good. This looks good actually. Let me close this. Let me also export it to a PDF file, and I will open the PDF. Okay, this looks good. I think this is something similar that we can do with EasyBI. I mean, EasyBI can also export individual gadgets to a PDF or these options, but at the same time, it can also export the whole dashboard and also CSV. So I guess CSV will work. So this looks good so far, and what I will also do, I was actually looking at the documentation, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to see that thing where you can share the reports with your customers. So I believe for that you need to add custom charts, shared dashboard. So this is something that I wanted to try because and first of all, I don't really know how exactly this will work because I was looking at the documentation, but I didn't really do a deep dive. But at least there is a way to do it. So, for example, when you do this, when you select this gadget, it will basically give you those two charts that you built, and after you do this, you will probably get a link, I believe, that can be accessed from your customer's profile, something like that, and there are some options here where it says GSM portal access restrictions, which is disabled for me. Maybe those, maybe I believe this will be enabled when you're using Service Desk. I'm not really sure. I think that makes sense. So let us save this. And it says gadget. Okay, now there's a link called custom charts for Jira. And if I click on it, it will then, I believe, take me somewhere. Okay, so it is now a separate interface where I can see hopefully the same gadget or those gadgets that I built. So this is basically those two gadgets, and it is, although the URL on top, it says my Jira instance URL, but it is, I believe, not really within Jira. So maybe there is a link on the customer portal. Maybe I'll go to the customer portal and take a look how it will work. And if this is possible, I mean, if imagine you create a dashboard using, let us say, custom charts, and you are able to share it with your customers without, I believe customers, if you think about it, I think your customers should have access to those issues only. They should only see the reports based on issues they have access to. Most likely, I think that makes sense. But there is no way to do it right now. In Jira, there is no customer specific reports that they can access from the portal. So, without using an app, of course. So, when I was looking at the documentation, I believe this is what this app will bring, my dashboards. And if you click on it, I believe it will open the same interface. For right now, it is not really showing me anything. Maybe I need to configure the app properly, or maybe I missed something, or maybe it is a permission thing, or maybe those projects are not Jira service management projects. But it seems like a permission thing. If I'm only using service desk based projects, then I'm sure this will work. But I'll of course take a look at it further. So overall, I am quite happy with this app. I think this app is solving a problem, which I can see the value. That is what I'm trying to say. I can see the value that this app will bring, and I can also see the value that it will bring, keeping in mind that there are other options. So this app, I believe, the main thing, if I have to sell this app, because I'm a consultant, I basically, this is what I do. I recommend my customers various apps that they can potentially use to solve their problems. So I think this app, Custom Charts for Jira, will definitely be an addition to the native reporting capabilities of Jira, because you can do so many things with this. But at the same time, I think the main thing is that it is easy to use. Although I am a consultant, I am a Jira admin, I know what I'm doing within Jira, but I can see someone who is non-technical, maybe people who are from HR team or legal team. I think if you know a little bit of how Jira works, I think that is all you need to do, all you need to know to get the most out of this app, because it is straightforward and intuitive. And that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about today in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.